Namaste. I'm Dr. Mamta, COVID Medical Officer. Today we are here to discuss about the vaccination to pregnant women. To throw some light about this topic, I would like to welcome Dr. Sunita, gynecologist. A warm welcome to you, Dr. Sunita.
I'm Dr. Sunita, gynecologist working for BBMP Hospital.
Yes, doctor. So there were a lot of chavos about vaccination to pregnant women. So now that the government of India has approved vaccination for pregnant women, after the informed choice, I would like to ask you that what would be the informed choice, what and what does it consist of?
Okay. Yeah, as you rightly said, our government of India is approved for vaccine. But before the vaccine, any pregnant woman willing to take the vaccine, she should make an informed choice. So you should know what do you mean by informed choice. Informed choice involves three things. First is the risk of infections, COVID-19 infections in pregnancy. Next is the benefits of taking COVID vaccine in pregnancy. Then the third one, the side effects of the vaccine.
Can you just brief up about each one of those?
Yeah, coming to the risk of COVID-19 infection. The one good point about this is that usually, as you all know, in pregnancy, physiologically there will be a decrease in the immunity. So we thought initially pregnancy people will be more prone when compared to general population for these infections. The good point of this, the infection is similar both in the general population as well as in pregnancy. But the only difference is that because the immunity is decreased in pregnancy, the level of, if at all they get infected, the severity of the infection will be more. And that is why to avoid this, they advise taking a vaccine in pregnant women. So coming to the COVID-19 infections in pregnancy, so it can affect two life, as you all know. One is the mother and the one is the baby inside the womb. Coming to the mother, so it can have some implications to the mother. So most of the time, more than 90% of the people, pregnant women, they will be asymptomatic or they will recover with mild symptoms like mild fever, cough, flu, all those things. But after leaving those 90% of the people, the rest of the people, they can have more severe severity of the disease. So in that case, so they can have some implications like they can deliver even before the dates, what we call it as preterm delivery. Then coming to the thing, they can develop BP during pregnancy with the passage of proteins, what we call it as preeclampsia. Okay. Then there can be increased chances of admissions to the hospitals, ICU admissions, where their oxygen level can desaturate. They might need hospital admissions, ICU, all those things. So in order to avoid all these complications, weighing the risk and the benefits, we usually advise them to take vaccine. Affected because of this. So how baby can be affected in the sense the baby can deliver even before the dates, what we call it as preterm babies. So because of that, the weight of the baby will also be low. For normally for our Indian developing setup, what is the cutoff of the baby's weight is 2.5 kg. But in such cases, the baby's weight can be even lesser than 2.5 kgs. In such cases, baby ICU admissions can be increased. So or in this way it can, and at the later aspect it can also sometimes baby can die inside the womb. So weighing all these benefits versus risk, so we usually advise vaccine. So these are the benefits of getting vaccinated, so all these things will be prevented.
Okay, doctor. So coming next, what are the who are under the risk of getting vaccinated? Like among the pregnant women, what are the risk group?
Yeah. Again, under pregnancy, we categorize specific risk groups people. One is that especially our healthcare workers,
Yes.
and the frontline workers who are getting
Exposed.
pregnant, exposed to that. They should definitely get vaccinated. Then the other thing is that people who are living in the containment areas where the COVID COVID infections are very more. Then the next is that where the social distancing cannot be maintained, like overcrowded places or
Slum
in the slum
places.
places, where they cannot maintain the social distancing. So all these people, and other than that, the female or the pregnant ladies who are the breadwinner of the family, where they have to go outside and get exposed to the people. So such women's usually we categorize them as the high risk groups who should get vaccinated.
So the high risk for the pause. Okay, doctor. Now the pregnant woman who's acquired a COVID-19 infection. So I just want to know, can you just explain us who are at higher risk to get into the complicated complications?
Yeah, as you rightly said, there are high risk category who can get into complications acquiring COVID-19 infections. So, usually the people who are above 35 years of age and then get pregnant. So, these are high risk groups, and people whose body mass index, like what obesity, if it is more, they are also under high risk. They have a tendency to go into much severe complications. Next, the people with any comorbidities, earlier comorbidities like they have increased BP, sugar, or any asthma, wheezing. Those people are also, they can get into complications easily. Then the people who are on long-term medications like immunosuppressive therapy like corticosteroids, and the patient who are on dialysis, the patient who have undergone organ transplant, these people are high risk group in pregnancies. They can get into complications to the level of hospital
And
admissions
then you
and
also need
ventilators.
ICU with
Yeah.
ventilations as such.
So these are the high risk group. As you know, we stress upon them to take vaccine.
See, when it comes to a vaccine, as we all know, there's two things about it. One is about the efficacy and one is about the safety. So efficacy, as we all know, it's around 80 to 85% for the vaccines. I just wanted you to say a few words about the safety of the vaccine on pregnant women.
Yeah. Coming to the safety, actually, as far as the present evidence, the vaccine, we do two things. One is the short term analysis, one is the long term analysis. Because, as such, the disease is very new and the vaccine is prepared newly. So, we have the evidence only for the short term safety, but the long term safety data is still not available. But on a short term safety, it is really safe to, both the vaccines are very safe to take, so you can take upon that.
Okay, doctor. So when can the pregnant women get the vaccine? In which term?
So, as per our Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, what it tells is that you can take vaccine in any trimester. As soon as you get pregnant, at any time you can take the vaccine. That's what they tell.
Irrespective of any of the trimesters then?
Irrespective of the trimesters.
So which vaccine you think is safe? Is it Covaxin or Covishield? So people will have that confusion as well.
So, Covishield is inactive part of the virus, whereas Covaxin is a killed vaccine. As far as if it is not a live vaccine, so because both the vaccines are, one is inactive, one is killed vaccine, both are safe in pregnancy, you can use it, no problem.
The next question will be like, if a pregnant woman has acquired COVID infection, so what is the duration of time she has to take the vaccine? After how many days she should take the vaccine?
Okay, if at all she has acquired COVID infections in the current pregnancy, what we usually advise her is that she can carry on with the pregnancy, because there will be enough fighting proteins already produced in this thing. So usually we advise after the delivery.
Okay, so what are the contraindications of vaccines?
The contraindications of vaccine in pregnancy is similar to any other non-pregnant group. If they have any reactions to the first dose of the vaccine earlier, or if they have any kind of severe form of infection to any medications, or any food allergies, severe form of infections. So usually we will advise them not to take vaccine, and there are some temporary time where they should not take vaccine. One is that if they have acquired an active COVID-19 infections, so usually we will wait for the 12 weeks for the vaccine. And the next is that if they have COVID infections treatment taken, if they have used monoclonal antibodies or plasma therapies, in such cases we'll advise them not to take vaccine.
Yes, doctor. Going forward, I would like to know the side effects of the vaccine on pregnant women, depending on the mild to moderate symptoms.
Yeah, as I already told you, both the vaccines are safe. And coming to the side effects, again, we classify into mild side effects and the major side effects. Coming to the mild side effects, there can be a little fever, pain, body pain, pain at the injection
of
site,
injection.
at the injection site. These are the mild. But if among 1 to 5 lakh people taking vaccine, out of that 5 lakh people, one can develop a severe side effects. So the side effects can show once if they take the vaccine, usually we monitor them at least for 20 days. Okay, so within this 20 days, at any time, if they develop any shortness of breath, chest pain, or any pain abdomen with or without vomiting, severe headache with or without vomiting, or any history of fits without known previous history of fits, first time fits associated with vomiting. These are the things we will be monitoring within 20 days. So such people should report immediately to the hospital.
Yes, Dr. Further. So I'd just like to know about the global take of the vaccine pregnant women.
Yeah, right now actually the vaccine has been approved in Australia, Canada, UK, and also the America. People are taking vaccine even during pregnancy.
Okay, thank you so much for your wonderful inputs. Definitely, most of the people would have a lot of questions regarding this since it's, I know, like everybody would have had the chavos that whether a pregnant woman should take or not. So since it is approved now, I think it is better most of the pregnant women come forward, get vaccinated, and
Yeah,
stay
please.
safe. And thank you so much for your valuable time. Any questions you can ask them in the comment section, and the doctor will be answering it in the comment section. Thank you so
And,
much.
and one more thing I would like to add, even after vaccine, you should definitely follow the COVID appropriate behaviors. Continue to social distance, mask, and sanitizing. Thank you.